Hello Marvel Heroes fans and friends of my channel, welcome to another video on the theme called Q&A, whereby I play this game while I answer some of your questions and also talk about a game, talk about what is to come as well. Now, first of all, thank you for submitting the question to me, and I can only pick a few to answer each time, but I try to answer all your questions in YouTube anyway, if I can reply to your comment, because sometimes I'm unable to reply to your comment for whatever reason, because so it's just a YouTube thing. So I will answer this question on the cosmic gear for team up, so I'll take it a little bit later. And also thank you for your interest in my hometown, Singapore. Although I'm actually born in Hong Kong, but I've been to Singapore for a very long time. And yes, I would like to talk a little bit about the language here in Singapore, how it works. And yes, that is hilarious on the Blake comment. I thought it was really funny. Then I think this question comes really at the very right time, because Marvel Hero has undergone a lot of waves of population go up, population go down. So this data come from the Steam, and I haven't really looked into the data like this, and sort of I love numbers. So when I look at numbers like this, sort of ooh, no. And I know there has been some kind of layoff lately in Gazillion. Not just Gazillion though, I mean even where I work right now, there's a lot of people getting cuts as well. So it is affecting globally on many industries and so on. So it is just the kind of downturn. But anyway, so I look at a number. It's sort of how do I make sense out from it? Because there are some number going up and some number going down, and I realize that sometimes when there's a major game content and people will come back in again, and so I'm kind of curious and take a look at what other games that I have played, I wanted to play, they are doing in this kind of statistics. So I've played Terra. From time to time I look in it because the graphic is really, really beautiful. But it's hovering around the same kind of similar kind of number as Marvel Hero, probably a little more. But so far it's been seems like going down and down and down. I don't know. I mean, I still log in from time to time just to enjoy the graphics. And Neverwinter is another game that I have played for a while, for the online version. I've actually created story inside. You can create your own quest and so on. It was really fun at some point. And my wife and I was playing kind of Neverwinter for quite some time, and in the past. And I look at number as well. It is somewhat like the Marvel Hero kind of numbers, although it is more up and down, up and down, up and down. So I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out again. I don't. Let me know if you are playing one of these games. And so Fire 4 is something that I played during the closed beta, I think quite a number of years ago, but I think they are going through the downward trend that has never really recovered. So if you look at this kind of number, it's kind of go down all the way. Now, why do I want to show you other games as well? Because sometimes you have to read what how others are doing in respective to what Marvel Hero is doing as well, I guess. And some of you have been asking if I'm going to try Path of Exile. Looks like they are doing really well for this kind of genre. It's wow, 11,000 players. I don't know. Are you guys playing that? This is the one that got me quite excited as well, because it's a lot of publicity lately on the Warframe. And you look at this number, is really, really strong as well. Wow, it's almost 10 times of what Marvel Heroes has as an online game. And so looking back at Marvel Heroes, I think, I tell you what, let me just play the game while I talk about this, so that it's not just so let's just play the game while I sort of while I talk about that. So I think in a way, I think Marvel Hero is still having a lot of strong support base that people really and like myself as well. So in terms of number wise, I mean it doesn't seem to be a lot, but I feel that it is probably something that it appeals to the fans a lot, and you look at the number, it's not really on the decline. It just go up and down depending on where there's content as well. Because right now, to be honest, I am actually running out of things to do in Marvel Heroes, even as as a seasoned player myself. So I haven't really been really spending a lot of time playing this game right now. Sometimes I play there's a game which is on Steam, a discount. I've always been wanted to have that. It's called the South Park Stick of Truth. So I'm sort of playing that as well. As I know it's one of those games that it's really, really hilarious. But I mean, to be honest, in Marvel Hero today, I don't think there's a lot of things to do right now. And everybody's waiting for next big thing. I'm going to talk about the next big thing later. Let me do a signature here. I'm going to talk about next big thing later. So yeah, I mean, I don't think this game is really going away in anytime soon. But it's one of those things that I think is very niche. Like if you're a fan, you just keep coming back. If you're not, then you probably it doesn't matter. Probably you'll be playing something else like Dota 2 or whatever, or some of the Blizzard games. I don't know. So yeah, let me know what you're playing as well. So that I hope kind of like answer some of these questions on where Garcilia is it really something that affecting the game or not, the layoff and so on. So yeah, I mean that is only how I feel. But I mean but also pay attention that in this game it is. How should I say? They have other mode of launching the game as well, not just by Steam. For example, you can launch a game through the in-game launcher as well. So there may be the number may be higher compared to what you see on those websites that come out with statistics. But I kind of enjoy reading a little bit on that as well because it's just to understand a little bit more where things are. So yeah, so today right now is an Odin event. And terminals are getting buffed right now, and I have also got 2 of the G.L.F daily quests. How coincidental! So why not just do them all at the same time while playing this game? Because I've always been doing the same thing again and again and again on the Q&A. So I thought these days I'm doing it a little bit differently, not just on the the Meta Madness, because I always been doing that. I realized that, but I mean that is the only part of the game that is quite, kind of like at least a bit challenging and a little bit more exciting when you play and trying to stay alive and so on. While this sort of like content is quite like you don't need to really think too much about it. Just keep mashing a button. Yeah. So okay, I hope that kind of answer the talk about where things are and so on. Another part of it is about the let's talk about the cosmic team up, right? So the excuse me, the where to farm the cosmic team up gear, I would say to me it dropped the most in say cosmic patrol, because where you get the all the chests and so on, that's where sometimes you get all these boxes and so on. That is where I think it's the best chance to get those cosmic team up gear. But I mean, having said that, there aren't really a lot of cosmic team up gear, to be honest. I don't really see it that often. But then look at the bright side. I mean, I don't really think that you need a lot of gear, because I don't really unlock that many team up. And yeah, I mean, I usually just use what I have. Like a Deadpool team up is probably the only one that I need for all things that I want to do, including cosmic gates. So yeah, just keep playing the cosmic patrol. You would likely to get something from there. All right. So that is my advice when it comes to this is ultimate. The signature. All right. That's very handy. Very handy. So yeah, I hope that kind of helped the question. And also I think to answer a question a little bit about my home country, Singapore, is I don't know how many of you have really heard about Singapore or been to Singapore at all. It's quite a miracle in itself that the history of Singapore is only 50 years, but it has been doing quite well for some reason, whereby in this Southeast Asia region, whereby there's still quite a lot of progress to be made in this region, and I think Singapore is doing quite well. And I think in some Southeast Asia, it's very common to see people who are from different background, like you have the Malay from Malaysia, or Indians from India, as well as you have Caucasian as well, Westerner in Singapore as well. So there are many different people in Singapore, and I think it's one of our strengths as well. And interestingly, Singapore is one of those countries whereby I think I've been to quite a number of countries. Singapore is one of those countries that is very rare. That all races are really in harmony right now. I mean, you are talking about things like you can have a mosque, from the Muslim, or a church for the Christian, Chinese temple, Indian temple. They can be just next to each other. and it just coexists that way. I mean, you can't really have that kind of luxury, say, in other country in the Southeast Asia region. There may be a kind of a little bit of tension when it comes to all this, region. But I think our government is doing pretty well in terms of trying the best to maintain the harmony of all these different races. But of course, the way to get there usually is, there's not really a lot of, I would say, there are some sacrifice a little bit on social freedom and freedom of speech as well. You can't really, do anything that may disable the whole kind of like, balance that we have here. So yeah, I mean, for those who haven't been to Singapore, I mean, I really think you guys should come by one day. I'll say hi to you as well. And or not just Singapore, you can go to Thailand, you can go to Malaysia, you can go to India. There are quite a lot of like, very nice city around Singapore. That have different culture to it, and that's why I kind of like to move from, I was from Hong Kong, and I enjoy moving to here because I just enjoy the experience, the kind of like culture we have here, different differences, different race, and so on. So and also it kind of like strengthened me to be able to be aware of other culture as well. Because sometimes if you live in a country whereby it's a majority of is one culture, then yeah, I mean, it exhibits a certain kind of like behavior and so on. So, but in Singapore, you have to tolerant and so on, patient and so on. So yeah, and in terms of language, of course, if you are with the local community, whereby if you have all the Chinese together, they may speak Mandarin. If you have all the Malay together, they may speak Malay or Tamil, and even Indian, they have Hindu and Tamil and different kind of language. Even for Chinese, we have different kind of dialect as well. I come from Hong Kong, so I speak Cantonese. I don't speak Mandarin that well. But when we need to communicate together across different races, we speak English, which is the most like commonly spoken language, I think, in Singapore. So I mean I could go on and on Singapore, but I think on the other hand, you guys also watch this video for Marvel Heroes. So I'm going to just stop and shut up from here. And so thanks for asking that question. I enjoy answering that. And now I have to find the wizard. Okay, now on to the next bit about the. Let's talk about what is to come. So when it comes to this game, what is to come, right? Is Blade is going to be the next hero. I don't know whether you've checked my video out in the my pre-order Don't Bother video on Blade, which is the vampire thingy. So you probably see a lot of things from there. I think my initial feedback is really about the it's just too many cooldowns, I think, to manage, and also I think they try to introduce some sort of like how should I say, some sort of like a difference in all heroes, right? So how Blade plays like is very much as you can cause bleed, you can cause the target around you to bleed, and as the target bleed, you sort of like gain thirst, and just imagine you're a vampire, everything there's so blood everywhere, and you get thirst, and after that you yourself are losing health until you can hit zero, called bloodlust. And during that time you do a little bit kind of like increase on DPS. So that is how the gameplay work. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with the kind of. I mean, I confess I haven't really read any of the Blade kind of like comic book, and just tell me, let me know how it really like in the Marvel world about someone who's tainted by the vampire blood, because I don't think Blade is a vampire, but is tainted by vampire blood at birth, I think. And I mean, the way I feel about vampire is that yes, they sort of like getting bloodthirst as there are blood around them, but it doesn't necessarily make them to go something like losing blood themselves until they die or near death kind of thing. I thought the way, if I were to implement Blade, I would actually do something like this. I would actually do something like instead of like losing health, make him become reckless, right? So in other games, you have something called the reckless kind of like mode, whereby you deal more damage, but you also take in more damage. So you're not losing health while just standing around doing nothing. I mean, even if there's nothing, there's no mobs around you in a Blade kind of like, I don't know whether they should change it right now, but from what I've seen in the test center, even if there are no mob around you, so long as you are in bloodthirst, you are just losing blood. So to me, it doesn't make sense, right? I would actually, okay, maybe it makes sense in a Marvel comic book kind of environment, I don't know, but the way I understand vampire, I don't know, man. I mean, you know, yeah, so the way I would implement just that, you know, you just lose more health. You just take more damage as you deal more damage. I think that seems to me that it makes more sense for me to implement Blade that way. But so I was playing Blade and okay, I mean probably diverts here a little bit in a way because I was kind of playing Blade and after that I sort of like go back in and sort of try out Spider-Man and I was like, wow, Spider-Man is such agile. It's somewhat like Blade in a sense that you can go range, go you know, a melee, but it seems so much more fun when I play Spider-Man, and you know they have done really good job. And I'll talk a little bit more about Spider-Man in just a bit, so I'm not going to talk much about it. But yeah, so the next hero is going to be Blade, and after that it will be yeah. Let's talk about defense as well. I think there's a lot of discussion in the guild, in the super group, with my friend talking about what happened to all these like defense that's getting changed. So I think they're going to do something great about the dodge and as well as the the projectile deflection, or they call it deflection right now. I think they are going to introduce another aspect to it called the armor, if I read it correctly. So yeah, so I'm done. All right, cool. So facing Magnate, yeah, a little bit concentration here. So I'm hoping that they'll do it right. I mean, like Spider-Man is a dodge hero. So I hope that he will be. Let me just do an ultimate. Oh man, I missed out quick time. Crazy. That was anyway. Yeah. All right. So yeah. So if I didn't miss just now, I think Magnate would be one shot by Spider-Man. But I saw like just miss out. Okay. Anyway, lesson learned. So when it comes to defense kind of stat, I'm hoping that they will do something really great about the game. In terms of the defense, because I think today's defense is not that fun or fantastic, but on the flip side, and on the flip side, I think I hope they do not require us to sort of like re-gear too many things, because the last time they did something like that, right? The last time they did something like changing the game, like from they do away with the old dodge, they introduce something like so every like the cosmic terminal back then was really hard. So I remember we all have to like re-gear. I actually have to roll like health on everything. I have to switch to something like Super Soldier Serum to sort of like in order to get a decent job done, kind of thing. So I hope I don't need to like let me see what I need to do. I hope I don't need to sort of like do all these things. And again, for all my heroes, and it can get really tiring, like trying to re-gear everything. I mean, that is not new content to me. They're just like tedious when everything was working, and now like everything is not working. So so that's what I hope. That you don't need to spend too much time or resource just to re-gear all the heroes that you have, so as to make it more fun. All right. So. Okay, I don't know. Okay, maybe I know what happened already. Yeah, so something doesn't feel right about my Spider-Man, and I just realized I've been using the wrong costume. It should be the crit damage. I thought I'm going to go to the cosmic petrol here. So yeah, so I think this is better in terms of DPS. And my legendary is still rank 1, by the way, so it's not really that fantastic right now. So yeah, I mean, back to the defense stat, I mean, I really think that I hope that they will do something great about it, but without causing me too much headache just to re-gear everything to make it work. Yeah, so yeah, that is my hope. And I will see. I mean, let's see what happens rather than just judge it too fast. And and if I need to re-gear everything, I don't know. I'll get really mad. So yeah. So that's one. Danger Room. Some of you asked me if I've seen it or not. Okay. I mean, I don't mind going to test center to sort of like check out the hero and so on, because I think, I mean, I don't really lose much by doing that. But when it comes to Danger Room, the kind of thing, I rather have a polished kind of like gameplay, because I need to invest quite a lot of time, and some of these loot that I mean, one thing about test center is that loot, you can't really all the loot that you have doesn't really transfer to live server, right? So you know, if I do all these things and you know, a lot of nice loot job, and I'll get, oh no, that gem the curse finally job, and the gorilla necklace finally job, and never have it, stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know, man. I sort of like not really keen on all those. But I no, but to be honest, I just would like it to be more like polished before I do any I would like to enjoy Danger Room as the final state, and I trust that there are already a lot of people trying to test out the Danger Room and so on, but I don't think I'll invest too much time in the test center right now on that. So, but I am very, very, very much looking forward to it. I think anybody who's playing this game very much looking forward to all this new content anyway, because you just throw us with any new content. I've been like waiting for it for ages. I got nothing much to do, and I think that is the yeah. What am I supposed to do? Vehicles. Yeah, this is our boy vehicle. So yeah, I'm doing the quest right now since I'm doing share quest me as well, like terminal. So that is Spider-Man, and she's Spider-Girl. I think this costume. All right. So it's wonderful, very smooth. So Deadpool 52 review, I think it's going to be sometime in December or January. So yeah, I mean, you may be a little bit disappointed as I am. Why doesn't spirit regenerate? By the way, I'm not using spirit. Kind of like my spirit doesn't regenerate, right? It's kind of strange. Someone can tell me that, please. Why my spirit not regenerate at all? Yeah. So yes, so Deadpool most likely, I think from what I read, is probably going to be December or even January, because they want to do a good job. I mean, I understand, but it also comes for I mean, I've been waiting for it so long. Just give me Deadpool, I really want to play him. Yeah, I know some of you have been waiting for a long time, but I mean, considering that I mean, even for Scarlet Witch, now that it's done, of course, but some of us has been waiting for Scarlet Witch reviews for so long as well. So yeah, Deadpool, poor Deadpool. Alright, so that is Deadpool 52, December or January. So I'm hoping as and when it's ready, do it. Gazillion, do it. So after play, I don't know why I'm talking about after play, right? As though I'm not looking forward to play. I don't know, man. I know a lot of you are fans, so I hope I haven't really offended anybody. But I mean, but I'm really looking forward to Magic. Been waiting for it since the closed beta, which is more than 2 years ago. And I mean, if you look at so after Blade will be Magic, so that will be magical. I'm really looking forward to it. Then after that with Iron Fist, which I will also like. I mean, I don't really know who Iron Fist is. I know he's one of the friends of Luke Cage. I don't know what he will do, like Kung Fu or whatnot. I don't know, but it seems that he will do something quite fun as well, from what I read. So yeah, I mean, I'm keeping an open mind on this side. On this come on, let me just get it sorted here. All right, just all right. Madam Hydra. Alright, no medallion for me. Hoping for the Madam Hydra medallion. I know a lot of you are farming for that as well. I think if you do raid, it's a wonderful medallion for raid, hardcore raid. So don't forget to save this guy here, man. If James Wu die, you actually fail the whole thing and you do it again, right? So yep, so that is the so after Iron Fist will be Black Cat. Actually, I'm quite looking forward to Black Cat for some strange reason. Although I must say I'm more biased towards female heroes. Some of you may know I put a lot of effort to gearing or actually playing the female heroes. And I thought Black Cat is someone that I also been looking forward to. I hope she will be great. And let me just quickly go through the list. And okay, so that is like a sun, right? Is it? So let me just going. Yeah. So this is the thing, right? My confession here. Why am I playing Spider-Man? I should be doing a Black Panther video, right? So okay, so I haven't been really playing the game because my work has been pretty crazy as well. I haven't really got a chance to really explore I mean, all these things that we have, and I know I own you guys the Black Panther, guide as well. So I really wanted to sort of like something light and relaxing, because Black Panther has 3 specialization, and I don't know whether you guys know what's behind the scene or not, but when I do all this guide, I have to spend like many hours just look at the numbers. I churn out different scenario, try to model as well, do as best as I can to model different scenario. So I was like, I was after a long day at work, I was like, oh man, I just would like to take a break, and I was thinking, Odin event is on, but should I do something relaxing, like just look at the Spider-Man kind of like build, because I was thinking, okay, I knew that Spider-Man has gone through the unique update, but what I did not know was that update contains specialization as well. So I went through the numbers, and so I started it, so I may as well finished it, and I spent I think I don't really complain too much on that, because when I play the game, like recording video, I don't really look at my chat, so I may miss some of your chat, and so on. So when I'm looking at number, what I do is I just put in a window mode, toggle to my desktop, copy the number and so on, and I get to chat with people, and I got to recruit I think four players, on the couple of hours in the training room. So yeah, I mean, it's been very fruitful, and I enjoy the kind of like interaction with some of you. And whenever I can answer the question, I would like to sort of like help you to answer I think there's a lot of talking here. I don't know whether it overlap or not. So whenever there's a lot of question here, I like to, as much as possible, just to interact and so on. But sometimes I just unable to, because I'm just doing other stuff as well. So I mean, I'm not complaining about all this making looking at number and so on. So come on, man, die, Hotbuster. Okay, so one dead. Okay, so yeah, so okay, why is it not? Okay, so that is the one. All right, so that is. Let me just concentrate here. A lot of button mashing, and come on, man. This time around, I'm going to do it right. Okay, right here. Yeah, that's it. So Spider-Man is so I was looking at Spider-Man numbers, and the numbers are like amazing. It's like it shocks me. The numbers are like how should I say? The melee number are so off the chart compared to other heroes, right? And the melee number especially. If you are looking at, I can throw you some number, but it probably doesn't make sense to you, right? So it's 110,000 when I look at DPS. So that's melee, right? So I look at ranged, even with the specialization, and you're looking at maybe like 80 odd. So wow, the gap is there. Usually specialization is not that terrible when it comes to a gap. So I said, wow, wait a minute. So I thought, okay, movement is going to suck, right? But then I look at the movement number, actually it's about 100,000. So it's 110 for melee, 100 for movement, and 80 odd for ranged, right? So what should I do? So I said, wow, I was actually very much motivated and very much I said, wow, maybe I should do something about it, right? I mean, since Spider-Man looks so cool, so I sort of like, okay, I gear her up or him up, and I was saying, yeah, I mean, okay, I gear the hero up, and what I do next is that, okay, what should I do next? Should I do a Cosmic Terminal, Hood Mandarin? Maybe I just do a Mandarin while I talk, because that is very relaxing. So yeah, I look at number. Number is really, really encouraging. I got so motivated, right? Immediately, I gear up Spider-Man, and I think, I mean, the great thing about doing all these numbers is that you know how hard you don't need or you need to gear a hero. So I sort of like, well, it's going to be either range or melee. So I'm going to gear both, because I don't know, right? I may want to play some range as well. So I picked just some average kind of artifact. I'm not even like gearing very hard, because I look at a number, I know he's going to be a strong hero, and for a strong hero, I don't need to put in 110%. I can just put in like maybe 80%. That'd be awesome, right? So that's exactly what I did for Spider-Man. I was like, okay, I'm going to try him in a cosmic, cosmic gates, right? So that's what I usually do. I gear a hero up, 69 gears, 69 unique, and after that I sort of like put in the blessing, put in the artifact, no legendary, and I go in, right? New hero, I do exactly the same thing as well. And that is amazing. So I went to upload. How come Spider-Man looks black to me? Okay, very strange. So I was like, wow, So I went in to Cosmic Gate without any legendary, just with the gear that I have put through, and it was like, I don't know how to describe the experience. Was so weird, like things just melt, right? And when the Red Scout, and I used Ultimate Red Scout towards the end, it was just like drop, half the Red Scout just disappeared, disintegrated. I was like, wow, so I don't know, I really enjoy Spider-Man, I must say, because it's so strong. I don't know what's going to happen to him in his tuning, and I hope it's going to maintain that way. I hope Gazillion is not reading this part of the video. You never know. But yeah, I mean, I must say I really enjoy Spider-Man. I think they have done a phenomenal job to make Spider. I mean, it's one of those things that you don't need you don't need a secondary. Oh, sorry, you don't need a secondary resource. You don't need to make anything complex and so on. You don't need to fill a hot bar with dancing and not. I mean, I can even do a fast travel with the. Oh, there's a splinter in front there. Should I get a splinter? Maybe I should. You don't even need like hotbar dancing at all. I can have my fast travel on the hotkey. I mean, how many heroes can I do it really? I mean, and yeah, it's fun to play and it's exciting to play, and yeah, I mean, okay, the CC breaker is on something else, but I can have the fast travel in the hotkey. That itself is like a really. Oh, hang on, I've got some question too as well. And that itself is a fantastic experience. I mean, I love heroes that are strong, do not require a lot of like medkit. I seldom use medkit, as you see, a little bit of spirit thingy, but I sort of like I don't need to really keep constantly going to like medkit this, medkit that, and so on. So in short, I really enjoy Spider-Man, and I hope that it's sort of like the hero that is going to, heroes that are more like Spider-Man, and I really hope that Deadpool they do something as good as what they've done for Spider-Man. I mean, I really look forward to some of the older hero review, like. I know they keep tweaking those heroes like Thor and so on, and I would say, wow, Gazillion, stop messing with those heroes like Gambit or Thor. They are fine. Take a look at like Emma. Take a look at Nightcrawler. Take a look at other heroes that really require some love. Not yeah. I mean, sometimes I don't know how they really allocate resource on all these things, because if you think about it, there are a lot more heroes out there that require update. Luke Cage, right? Think about it. Luke Cage. I mean, yeah. I really wish that Luke Cage is fun to play, right? It's not just about strong or not strong, but it's about fun to play. So Spider-Man, I mean, now is a lot more fun to play, right? So I hope they're giving attention to all these heroes that I say, like Emma Frost, like Nightcrawler, like Luke Cage. I don't know who else I may have like a miss and so on, but I'm sure there's a lot of other heroes that require a lot of help rather than say Thor or even like Gambit and so on. So I don't know, man. I mean, although I'm a fan of Thor and Gambit, I'm quite happy that they do something about it. But sometimes there are other heroes that really need a lot of help to make it fun. Even Psylocke, is already. I can see compare Psylocke and Spider-Man here. I mean, the gap is there. The gap is phenomenal. Wow, what is this? Affix the kinetic vortex. All right, come on, man. Right, so soft. All right, so good. All right, so yeah, so that's all I can really talk about on the Spider-Man. I know I've been like really excited talking about Spider-Man and so on, and the and various builds. So I'm thinking of doing a guide on Spider-Man. Of course, I wanted to do a guide on Spider-Man only when I have good gear, because right now I haven't really gone through a farming yet. I mean, my gear is lousy. The rolls are terrible, but it shows that even with terrible rolls, mediocre kind of artifacts, not even the legendary, and you are seeing this, right? I mean, I'm just being fair and being real here. There are other heroes that, just not not that fortunate. But then you always say that, well, I mean, as a Spider-Man fan, I've been waiting for this for years to happen, so they better do something a bit great about it. So yeah, I totally get it, and I'm actually getting the best out of it right now, so I'm happy. I'm going to shut up. I'm not going to talk too much about Spider-Man, otherwise he may get nerfed, and you guys will can't blame me for that, unfortunate event. Alright, so that is all I want to talk about Spider-Man, and alright, so another boss is down. I'm trying to do all these things right now here. Okay, so let me just do some looting and so on. So yes, and then after that, let's talk about what is to come in my guide, right? Next guide and so on. So definitely. Oh, by the way, for some of you who've been asking like where to get the unique upgrade to 69, so on and so forth, make sure to talk to this guy here. Get a buff. This is the G.L.F buff, which is here, and do the quest. This one get a weekly and daily quest, and after that you can your quartermaster legend. You can get all this like upgrade. The grade 80 legendary. Some of you asked where you get it from. It's from here, right? And there's a free pet as well, by the way. You can actually buy the pet as well for those who want a pet but do not want to pay real money for it. So that is for you, the pet. All right. So the next guy will be like the Black Panther. Long overdue. Spider-Man, definitely. The medallion guy. So yeah, I haven't really planned too much about it. I know. I think one of you asked for Cyclops. I would like to do a Cyclops too, but I'm not sure whether I can squeeze in this year or not because my wife and I is going for our winter holiday somewhere. Sometime in November, somewhere in America, and you guys can guess. So I don't know whether I have time to fulfill that because my work has been pretty hectic as well. Some of you may know I've been working pretty late lately, and so that is all I have to say about all these things that's happening. I think some of you probably knows that. Let me just take away the team up because team up is just nonsense in this kind of Juggernaut. He'll die here. The team up. All right, so Juggernaut. Yeah, this shield is super annoying, man. What can I do when... Alright, so that's the thing. Alright. Okay, so I think that with that, that is probably the end of the video. And thank you very much for staying with me. And now is the Odin event, so good luck with that as well. Look more Odin, those Odin mark, the chests are quite nice as well. And so that is all. And I know the next big thing is going to be a Marvel Hero 2016, all new, all different heroes and so on. So I haven't really received any announcement on the advanced pack, but whatever it is, I probably will continue playing this game for another year at least. But let me know how you feel about the whole Marvel Hero 2016 and what you heard and so on. Feel free to share in the comment below. And till the next time we see each other, goodbye and have fun. May Odin bless you. Bye.